All right, so future Victor here. We tested it, we did some stuff, we modified it. We put a printed spacer in there to get a little bit more room. But now that the OCD has been activated, this grip still does not feel even with the grip over here. So I'm going to waste a perfectly good grip. We're going to cut it open. We're going to compare the measurements flange to edge on the original throttle tube, see what that adds up to, see how big of a spacer we need to make for it. And then once we get that spacer width, I want to try and compare it and get the best idea as far as, we'll get it to focus there, as far as grip widths go, because yeah, it's kind of driving me nuts now that I'm being hypercritical about what this width is right here. So we're going to get it done. We're going to cut the grip. We're going to do all of that stuff. You guys saw the video of the installation and all that stuff just now. So this is a future problem that we're resolving here. So let's get into it. So really simple, just drew a line with the X-Acto knife, trashed a perfectly good grip, tape. The grip was glued to the tape. So then as we take this off, nice and clean throttle tube. Don't got to worry about cleaning that up. So you can see a little bit of play. There's that spacer I told you guys we printed. So we're going to get some measurements going here. We're going to figure out exactly how big this spacer needs to be. And then we're going to get the grips lined up, make sure that they match from left and right. All right, so grips off, spacers off, end of the bars off. What we need to know is the length of the throttle tube surface area, grip surface area, which is going to be this edge to this inner one. There is a difference in the stock throttle tubes here. This one has a little bit more of a gap. That doesn't necessarily matter. That's just going to push the housing in that way, because the grip is going to be kind of like the constant, what we need. So we're going to measure this up really quick here, use the depth thing, make sure we're set to 0. And then we're going to take, so I'm trying to do this one-handed here as we go across. Are we going to have enough? We are. All right, so we are at, according to this, 111.53. We could go with 112, round up. I think that should put us pretty accurate as far as measurements go. So looking at it once again, yeah, it looks about right. Everything is touching where it needs to be. Confirming, yeah. So we're going to go with 112 millimeters is the length of this tube. Now let's compare it to the stock one. Okay, so throttle tube's all cleaned up. Did that last night, yesterday. Now the fix is ready. So you can see here, the previous spacer that I had done was a 8 millimeter spacer. That's my clearance to make sure that it doesn't rub on the handguard, but it's still not exactly the width. The solution has finished printing. There it is. So got another spacer printed up. If you guys want the specs or want me to print you one, let me know. But basically what we've done is gone an additional 2 millimeters, so out to 10, so that we'll get the control surface or the grip surface to exactly that of the Kove standard throttle tube. So somebody commented on the previous video, you need the silver tube. Yeah, I did notice that they have different throttle tubes, but this is the one that's for sale by Kove Moto USA that is the fit for this guy. So it's possible that the other ones may fit, but the cam might be, the profile might be a little bit different. You guys saw the groove that's cut in this. It's very different in that. So we're gonna roll with this. I mean, I already have it, already invested the money in it. It works. It just, the only thing is that this distance right here is a bit narrow. As mentioned in that comment, it was about more like a street grip type thing, but this is a fix, not a big deal. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, just a slight bit of friction. I mean, I know it's going to break in, but this will get us there. And this is actually a known fix. Somebody had reached out to me after I posted this in the rally group. They're like, yeah, we used to do that all the time. You would just take an old throttle tube, cut a piece on it, and then just make it happen. So that's enough of that. We're going to go into getting the grip back installed on this thing. But before I do, this one kind of does it a little bit, is when you put some pressure on it, there's a little bit of friction there. Well, of course, I don't read the instructions. Got that all installed, and then I realized that G2 ergonomics includes these shims. They're supposed to be fitted on the handlebar before they go into the throttle housing, or before you put the throttle tube on there, and it's designed to reduce friction on the housing from the throttle tube. So as you push in, you get a little bit of that like binding crunchiness. It's because it's putting pressure on the housing. Having those rings gives this a surface to rub on, makes it a little bit freer. So we're going to install those. I'm going to get this done. We'll come back with the pics and video. Stay tuned. All right, so prepped for a new grip, ready to go. I do put a little bit of grease on there, but I use a very specific type of grease that has polyurea in it, so it's very, very waterproof. But really, it just gets the throttle tube. It doesn't like, it binds it a little bit, but it gives it something to slide on. Nice, minimal friction on it. It's good. So got this going. You can see I've got that washer now installed there. Gonna give that a shot, and then we're gonna get the grip on here. We'll get the grip on, and then I'll put that bushing in through the back once the grip is all the way seated and on and nice on the throttle tube. So I think that'll be the easier way of doing it. We're gonna give it a shot here. So see what happens. All right, so finished product, much better. Got my gap installed there. Because of the added distance and such, had to move the controls over. So what I went ahead and did is I moved the brake as far over where it's comfortable. Now my fingers are right on the edge. And then this obviously is a much better, like feels much, much better. Got enough grip in there. Doesn't feel like it's crowding the hand. So much better. So yeah, so G2 ergonomics throttle tube, throttle tamer style. Legit, it worked really well on this bike. I like it. Added in an additional 10 millimeters so that way it matches the grip surface of the standard Kove throttle tube. And yeah, so there may be other alternatives that are coming from G2 ergonomics that might work. They do have their different throttle tubes. They have different profiles, stuff like that. There might be something that works a little bit better, but this, invested the money, couldn't give up on it that easily. So it's on. We're going to go start putting miles on this thing because currently in garage queen status. No bueno. So yeah, I'm excited. This thing is finally ready. Got to do some rally comp wiring. Roadbook setup still there. I don't know if I'm going to run an odometer, another one other than what the rally comp is going to be doing up there, but we'll see. Anyway, comments, questions, stuff like that down below. Hope this video helps you guys if you're deciding on whether or not that G2 throttle tube is actually even worth it. So we're going to give it a thumbs up.